Today I am going to deal with questionnaire and the essentials of drafting a questionnaire. So, as you all know, the questionnaire is one of the primary method of collecting data. The primary method of collecting data means the researcher will collect the data for the first time and for his research purpose. So, the questionnaire method is one of the tool which is used by the researcher or the investigator for collecting data from the respondents. It consists of a list of questions. It can be either a printed list or it can be mailed to the respondents, and whatever it is, a covering letter or a request is always attached by the investigator to the respondents that it should be answered, and if there is an instructions for answering the questions, it should be properly given in the covering letter. And the success of every questionnaire will depends on how well we draft the questions in the questionnaire. So there are certain essentials for drafting a questionnaire. Next we can move on to the essentials of drafting a questionnaire. So the first one is the questionnaire should be kept brief. That is, the questionnaire must be kept brief, or the number of the questions should be kept small as far as possible, because the respondents may be reluctant to answer a large number of questions. So as far as possible, we have to keep the number of questions brief. Then the second one is the question should be simple to understand. Even the layman should be able to understand the framing or the meaning of the questions. That is, the difficult words, the double meaning words, etc., should be avoided while framing the questionnaire. It should be understood by each and every respondent properly. Okay, then next one is that the question should be arranged logically. It is one of the important essentials while we have to look into while drafting a questionnaire. That is, there should be a logical order for asking the questions. That means if we are asking, for example, if you are asking relating to a particular brand of a product, we have to first ask whether you are using this type of product. Then, if yes, which brand are you using? So, in this way, logically, we have to follow the order in the questions. Then only the respondent should be able to answer it properly. Then only the analysis part of the investigator will become easy. So, it should be logically arranged. Then, there must be a choice. That is, usually the multiple choice questions are more questionnaire are more useful and easier to get it answered by the respondents. That is, they want to tick only any one of the answer which is given as choice. So the giving a choice is one of the essentials of drafting a questionnaire. Then next is the proper word should be used in the questionnaire. As I already mentioned, the difficult words or the words which are rarely used, or words which has two meanings should never be used in the questionnaire. The proper wording should be used in the questionnaire, so every respondent can understand or interpret the meaning in the same way. Now, the questions of a sensitive and personal nature should be avoided. As far as possible, the questions of personal nature, political nature, religious nature, etc. should be avoided in a questionnaire. That means most of the respondent may not be ready to answer such kind of questions. For example, if you are directly asking a person that are you involved in so and so process or in a political party, he may not be ready to answer such kind of questions. So, questions of sensitive or the personal nature should be avoided while drafting a questionnaire. Now, necessary instructions should be given to the informant. That is, in certain cases, a particular question may be answered in two different ways or three different ways. In such questions, we have to give necessary instructions to the informant that what we are expected from the respondents. For example, if we are asking about the result of the PG course, then we have to mention whether we are expecting the total marks secured or the percentage secured by the respondent. So proper instruction should be given wherever necessary. Now, the questions relating to mathematical calculations should not be asked. That means most of the people may not like to make mathematical calculations and all while responding to a questionnaire. So, as far as possible, the mathematical calculation should be avoided while drafting a question. Then, a questionnaire should look attractive. That is, even though we have logically ordered the questions and it is related to the topic in hand and the questionnaire is brief, if it is not attractive, the respondents may be reluctant to answer the questionnaire. That is, its font style, then line spacing, formatting, etc. should be done properly. Then only the respondents are willing to give the proper answers. Then, pre-testing of the questionnaire must be done before posting it or giving it to the respondents. Pre-testing means we are distributing the questionnaire to a small number of respondents at first before distributing it on a wider scale. So, if there is any shortcomings in the questions, we can correct it in the first stage itself. So, the pre-testing is compulsory for investigator to be get done before it has been distributed on a wide scale, so that any shortcomings of the questionnaire can be corrected in the first stage itself and can be distributed after correcting it to the all the respondents. Then, the accuracy of the questionnaire must be judged. From the pre-testing itself, we can check the accuracy of the questionnaire and make necessary corrections wherever needed. So, these are the essentials of drafting a questionnaire. Thank you.